the Dutton family universe is expanding like the universe itself. Stars, galaxies, and drama. Oh yes, especially during the off-season. Rumors, whispers, and secrets mainly circling our star Kevin Costner. Now, Taylor Sheridan, the mastermind behind this, isn't just stopping at Yellowstone. With prequels, sequels, and spin-offs, it's like a big family gathering where everyone's invited. Like 1883, 1923, the upcoming prequel Lawman, Bass Reeves, and the sequel Yellowstone, 4 Sixes. If you're a diehard fan, you know them all. But what if we told you that if you watch this video until the end, you will discover 2 brand new spin-offs of Yellowstone directly from the creator itself, Taylor Sheridan? Sounds intriguing, right? Well, we've put together the ultimate list where we are covering everything about these spin-offs. So keep watching everything you need to know about the Yellowstone spin-offs. The newest spin-offs of Yellowstone, not 4 Sixes. Taylor Sheridan dropped a bombshell that more prequels are brewing. And you won't believe this. Keep watching because there are rumors that the 1940s and 1960s are the chosen timeframes for these spin-offs. But the details for these are still under wraps. So, 1944 is the title that's caught everyone's attention. Announced in early 2023 by Tom Prince from 101 Studios, this series is already causing a stir. And while the story remains a mystery, of course, we can make an educated guess, where it could be right in the thick of World War II, and Hollywood actor Kurt Russell might just step into the lead role. But Sheridan's vision doesn't stop at 1944. He's eyeing the swinging 1960s for another epic story. Sheridan's mission is to cover every Dutton generation from 1883 to present-day Yellowstone saga. And with the 1960 series, we could dive deep into the Dutton family tree, where we can meet John Dutton's parents, experience the ranch life through their eyes, and maybe even catch a glimpse of young John's childhood. 1883. When Season 4 of Yellowstone ended, we first have a glimpse into the world of 1883. It is a prequel that guides us through the origins of the Dutton family. Ever wondered how the Duttons got their massive stretch of land? Or how the iconic Yellowstone Dutton Ranch came to be? Well, 1883 will answer all of those questions, revealing every step of their epic journey. Though 1883 was the second series to hit the screens, it takes us to the very beginning, the earliest point in the Yellowstone universe, at least as we know it now. The story of 1883 is about the Dutton family up against the backdrop of the vast Great Plains, pushing westward, chasing after a dream of creating a ranch in Montana, a land that, little did they know, would become the epicenter of their challenges for generations to come. And this show doesn't just give us a captivating story, it's deep, because the story of 1883 is an unfiltered, raw portrayal of a family's journey to escape poverty, seeking hope in the land of dreams, Montana. The promise of a better tomorrow, of America's promised land, unfolds with every episode. 1923. In 1923, early 20th century, we meet Jacob and Kara Dutton, brought to life by Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren, and their battle was to keep that beloved ranch going. But their nephew, Spencer, portrayed by Brandon Sklanner, is off on adventures overseas. And speaking of adventures, Spencer is a find one. Enter Alex, played by Julius Schlapfer. Together, they ignite a love story that spans continents. Montana's vast skies witness challenges from drought to cattle theft, from wild lawlessness to the strict hand of prohibition, and looming above it all is the shadow of Montana's very own Great Depression, touching the land long before the rest of America felt its grip. Now, while Montana holds its own drama, a part of this story unfolds in a faraway land of Africa. Here, Spencer added a touch of the exotic to the Dutton story. 1923 is coming back with Season 2. But the next season's been delayed due to the Screen Actors Guild, SAG, and Writers Guild of America, WGA, strikes in Hollywood. But once it's back, expect another 8 episodes to keep you glued, exclusively on Paramount+. 4 Sixes. In 2021, Paramount Plus dropped a bombshell by revealing there's a new spin-off for Yellowstone, and it comes with the title 4 Sixes. So Paramount Plus spilled the beans on February 24th, 2021. They painted a picture of a ranch founded when the mighty Comanches roamed West Texas. The 4 Sixes operates just as it did 2 centuries ago, covering an entire county. It's where the raw, wild spirit of the West meets the rule of law, and every new day is a dance with danger. A vast, sprawling land stretching as far as the eye can see, with a history so rich and deep it could make the Grand Canyon look shallow. This isn't Yellowstone. We're heading to a legendary ranch in Texas known as the 6666 or the 4 Sixes. Sheridan did something absolutely astonishing after the announcement. He went ahead and bought the real-life 4 Sixes ranch in Texas. Yeah, hundreds of thousands of hectares, worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Now, Sheridan had an interview with The Hollywood Reporter where he dropped some truth bombs that left us all in awe. And you won't believe this. Keep watching. Because when he buys the 4 Sixes Ranch, it's not just a business move. It's the Sheridan way of understanding the heart and soul of the show. Well, you were going to write a story about cowboys, so why don't you buy the ranch? Kidding aside, Sheridan said that for a number of reasons needs a unique level of special care, because this is a real place with real families working here. You have to respect the lineage. I've told the studio to be patient. So be patient, because every detail matters when crafting a story that's close to real life. Who is starring in 4 Sixes? Outsider let slip a little secret that Ryan Bingham and Jefferson White are going to bring back the magic as Walker and Jimmy Herdstrom. Remember Jimmy in Season 5 of Yellowstone? After that big fallout with John Dutton, he was sent packing to the 4 Sixes Ranch. And if the outsider is right, he's about to take center stage in this new spinoff. But Jimmy's not riding solo into this new adventure. It seems very likely that his vet tech girlfriend, Emily, played by the talented Catherine Kelly, will join the mix. Lawman, Bass Reeves. On August 8th, a teaser trailer dropped, and David Oyelowo is stepping into the shoes of Bass Reeves. And from the glimpses we got, it's clear he's going to rock the role. Lawman, Bass Reeves premiere date. So when is the premiere date for Lawman, Bass Reeves? Well, as of August 2023, the exact date is still a mystery, but it's confirmed to hit our screens this fall on Paramount+. They've packed the show with 8 episodes, each promising to be a roller coaster ride into the Wild West. And if you're wondering about the timing, it's impeccable. The entire filming wrapped up just in the nick of time, right before the SAG-AFTRA strike began in July 2023. The cast of Lawman, Bass Reeves. First up, as we said earlier, David Oyelowo will play the role of Bass Reeves. If that name sounds familiar, he brilliantly portrayed Martin Luther King Jr. in the 2014 hit Selma. Beside him is Lauren E. Banks, who plays Jenny Reeves, the rock behind Bass. Dennis Quaid will be a no-nonsense U.S. Marshal, Cheryl Lynn. The hanging judge, Isaac Parker, will play Hollywood veteran Donald Sutherland. Also, we've got Forrest Goodluck, Barry Pepper, and Demi Singleton. Shea Wiggum and Garrett Hedlund will be guest stars in the inaugural season. If you've seen Sheridan's Tulsa King, you'd recognize Garrett, who's taking on a new role as Garrett Montgomery. And the star parade continues with names like Joaquin Calagongo, Rob Morgan, and Margot Bingham, to name just a few. What is Lawman, Bass Reeves all about? Lawman, Bass Reeves is all set to paint your screens with stories of legendary lawmen and daring outlaws. Reeves, the ultimate frontier hero, is roaming the lands, capturing the worst of the bad. And despite facing over 3,000 notorious criminals, Reeves never got a scratch on him. This show is an anthology series. You might ask, what the hell is that? Well, it means that the first season will tackle the life of Bass Reeves, showing all of his adventures and bravery. And Paramount Plus has some big plans. In the coming seasons, they're going to spotlight other iconic lawmen and outlaws who have left their mark on history. Matthew McConaughey spinoff. All right, cowboys. All right. Matthew McConaughey is about to step into the Yellowstone universe. In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Taylor spilled the beans about Matthew's grand entry and how this could change everything. Sheridan said, "We had a few conversations over the years and spitballed a few ideas. Then he started watching Yellowstone and responded to it. He was like, I want to do that. And by that, he meant diving into a raw world clashing against the modern world. And then I said, buddy, that we can do." Yellowstone star expects a crazy bloodbath. Yellowstone Season 5 is winding down, and from what we're hearing, it's going to be explosive. And you won't believe this, keep watching, because one star hinted at a finale that could only be described as a crazy bloodbath. Originally, the release was planned for Season 5 Part 2 in November. But due to some behind-the-scenes delays, Costner's conflict schedules, writer strikes, and ongoing negotiations, 2024 is not an ideal year to expect the Part 2. Wes Bentley. It's gonna be violent. In a chat with TV Line, Wes Bentley, one of the show's stars, spilled some juicy beans. And you won't believe this, keep watching, because he hinted that the final episodes might just be a roller coaster of emotions, with the possibility of a major showdown. Bentley said, "The potential is there. We've seen what this show can be and how violent this world can be. I thought it was amazing to see the restraint in the first half of this season from the violence. And then he added, "It was a different kind of intensity than we've had in previous seasons. Maybe that's a buildup for some crazy bloodbath at the end, or maybe that tension continues until it explodes in some more compact way." Now the big question is, will this buildup lead to a massive showdown at the end, or will it burst out in unexpected ways? Write down your thoughts in the comment section below. Kelly Reilly dropped some hints that might break our hearts. Talking about her character, Beth, and her romance with Rip Wheeler, she hinted at a bittersweet ending. In her words, "She has a lot of regrets and she has a lot of secrets that he doesn't know. So there is something that is under the surface that will one day, I'm sure, come. And she's probably certain that she will lose him." And we all know what kind of secret Beth is hiding to Rip. It was shown in Season 3, where back then, when Beth was still a teenager, she became pregnant by Rip. Beth was so afraid of her father, John, so she pleaded with Jamie to get her an abortion. Beth told this to John, but she never told Rip about it. That is probably the reason why Kelly Reilly said such a thing. Reilly closed her thoughts with a prediction that the finale will be beautiful and epic. But also, she said, "I'm not sure it will be happy."